But what I wanted to do is kind of review the park itself, because I know that in some cases, well, I was looking online. I was, either YouTube or otherwise, looking for someone who kind of did a review of the state park. It's on a remote road, so you're willing to travel out. It's typically not full, or at least it wasn't now. I don't know. This is pretty much high season, or getting pretty close to it. So I only need to get everything to 100%, and then work on keeping it, charged as much as I can whenever I'm boondocking. That's the way I prefer. As much as I enjoy my visits with Joe and Pickles, I needed to get out of Quartzsite. I only spent about 3 or 4 days there, and the population probably is about 1,000, maybe 2,000 at any given time during the year. When I went into provision, I needed some ice, and so I went in, ice and firewood, and I went in, and there were probably 40 or 50,000 people there. Way too crowded for me. Let me also say, so that I am perfectly clear, that I don't mind visiting with people, and I certainly don't mind meeting new people, introducing myself in the channel. But when I have the opportunity to get out in the middle of nowhere, I'm gonna jump on it. So I found myself at Alamo Lake State Park, and I would say probably the primary reason, and I think I've mentioned it in a video before, but the primary reason that I stay at a state park, for instance, well, some of them provide a discount, some don't. But even at, I think it was 25 bucks that I paid, even at 25 bucks, it's pretty much worth it to me, because I'm able to get everything charged completely. I was able to take a hot shower, got a fire pit, got a table to work, was able to get some editing done, and I didn't rush the shower. I don't usually take almost a 15-minute shower, but the water was hot, it was nice, so I went ahead and took advantage of it. If it's cold water, typically rush a little bit. Some people might say, well, you've got a gym membership, why do you use a state park to shower? Well, the closest gym to me right now is over 100 miles away, and I'm only here at the state park. I was only here, in fact it's 11, almost 40, checkouts at 12, taking advantage of every single moment I've got here, but I'm only here for the day. And there is BLM land all around the park. I mean, there's the lake to my north, and on the west and the east is BLM land. So I've got everything 100% charged, everything. GoPros, the Jackeries are all charged up, the drone, phone, watch, I mean everything basically is 100% charged. So I'm without the concern of having to either travel, plug in my Jackery and get it charged so that I can get my phone and all this stuff charged. With everything at 100%, then as I use it, I just need to use the solar panel. And even though I can pretty much kind of keep up with the solar panel that I've got, I can definitely keep the 500 charged, but the 1000, it charges so slow with the solar panel. I need to get a second solar panel, or get a solar panel that's flexible and get it put up on top of that storage box. and at least be getting sun all the time, whether I'm sitting still or if I'm traveling. I'm still at least charging a little bit. So I'm kind of looking into that, but I don't typically want to and much prefer to boondock or to remote camp. But every once in a while, I just got to kind of recharge. And I will tell you, being as far away from a shower as I am, as far as the gym is concerned, if I was, let's say, at the Loves, which there's a Loves about 40 miles from here, 35 miles from here, I went past it on the way here, knowing I was coming here. I could pay, I think it's $14 for a shower, but $14 for a shower without the, possibility of getting everything charged just doesn't make sense. So I'm taking advantage of every opportunity I've got. And I think that it's probably going to be kind of a norm for me at least once a month, if not once every other week, finding a state park, especially if I'm out and about and not anywhere near the gym. I'm trying to remember the last gym. Well, I went to Tucson and I stayed in a dozen places around Tucson. But I was close. I was, kind of skirting around the edge of it, so I was able to use the gyms in Tucson. And then I just blew through Phoenix. I didn't stay in Phoenix at all. In fact, I didn't even go through. I went south of it, heading to Quartzsite. But that's pretty much the reason that Alamo State Park was on my radar. It's considered the most remote state park in the state. Cell service is actually pretty good. I was sitting around 2 and 3 bars of 3G. It switched to 4G a couple of times, whatever is AT&T 3G. So actually cell service isn't bad for as remote as it is. I didn't make it to the lake. I've heard that it's not a great place to swim. It's a great place to fish. In fact, it's the premier bass fishing location in the state of Arizona. And I don't know if this is the camp host coming up behind me, but now there's just a lot of people with those little four-wheelers or whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and end this. I just wanted to do kind of a quick vlog on the park itself and its worth. And I would definitely give it a thumbs up.
I eased out of bed just for sunrise, grabbed my backpack and I was out the door. Wishing I could have seen the look in your eyes, been a fly on that wall. Now I'm on the morning train down to Savannah, or somewhere else where no one knows my name. Starting over has never sounded sweeter, or my heart with hope more aflame.
Other than being the premier bass fishing location in the state of Arizona, it's also been continuously occupied, going back to 5000 BC when it was occupied by the Patayan, and then later the Hualapai and the Yanapai. Around the 17th century, the Spanish, searching for mines and Native American villages, brought with them burros that they used as pack animals, and that is more than likely what remains as the feral burro that roam the area today. It is referred to as Sonoran Desert Scrub. The area is occupied by bats, lizards, snakes, spiders, desert mule deer, mountain lion, bobcat, coyote, and javelina. Now, I didn't see any evidence of most of that. I did hear coyote, and because there were no flying insects, mosquitoes or otherwise, more than likely that's the bats taking care of that. It's also about 40 miles to the closest city, and that city is a very small city. So the stargazing out here is absolutely amazing. Fact about the area is in 1969 there was a dam built, and that dam built by the Army Corps of Engineers. Now that's not the cool fact. The cool fact is that Alamo Crossing, a small town that was established in 1890 and abandoned in 1919, stood for 50 years as an area where people came and visited a ghost town.
Goodbye, heartache, and goodbye, pain. So long crying in the rain.
That ghost town was actually left intact when that dam was built, and when they flooded the area, if you're a scuba diving enthusiast, then you would have an opportunity to dive the 80-foot lake, and you could swim through the post office, the mill, and a few of the stores that still exist at the bottom of the lake today.
Memory lane. Goodbye.
Under your wing, everything is alright. Nothing ever will be quite the same. And I wouldn't say that it's been a hard time. With you it's always easy as can be. Could wait a long, long time to prove that I am true. I hope you believe me. I will stay and never go away. Another time we could have been like strangers, turning as we passed along the street. In another place where none of this would matter, days have passed and wishes have been lost. I could wait a long, long time to prove that I am true. I hope you believe me. I will stay and never go
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
All the best, always.
Wanna come down to the underground old school? Here's a shovel, can you dig it, fool?